I was expecting to lose like half of you. I'm so glad you're all on board. Shall we talk about some hagfish then? Okay, so this is one single page of the Pinelli-Walkenaer cartography map. This was likely made by a Venetian cartographer. It depicts the North Atlantic and West Mediterranean. 1 point in the center, 5 to the left, 5 to the right. And if you forgot how oceans work, which I often do, this is the West Mediterranean. Out in here, this is the North Atlantic. And up there at the top is Ireland. This is 85V in the Voynich. It looks kind of like a cartography map. This looks like it has 1 point in the center and 8 surrounding. Now just to backtrack a little bit, this is from my Substack. Definitely go ahead and subscribe, it is free. I mentioned in one of my articles here that often in the writing, in the instructions, 2 separate instructions will be included in one. By employing double meaning for words, or a double entendre without the sexual connotation, the writer is able to explain how to do 2 separate processes, both small and large scale, in one instruction. This is extraordinarily clever and could be one of the reasons why the Voynich is particularly difficult to translate. And I used to really believe that this was linked to Christine de Pizan. This technique made me think of a writer that I read in college, Chaucer, The Canterbury Tales, but he wasn't alive during this time. However, one of his contemporaries is a poet that is still unknown who wrote Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. There are some interesting similarities between these 2 manuscripts, and I'll talk about that in a later video. This double meaning in the text, or rather this magnification in the text, also exists visually in the manuscript. Many of the plants are magnified. They are zoomed in for educational purposes, so the reader can identify certain characteristics. Now let's get back to the white-headed hagfish. This hagfish lives in the North Atlantic, off the coast of Iceland, Ireland, and also the Western Sahara. Notice that in the description, the word whitish is used. Now, if I wanted to explain to someone the reproduction of a hagfish, both on the micro and macro scale, I may display its internal and external geography and dissection. So this is a vertical cross-section. And if you look at this one area of the ovary, all of these eggs, there are a lot of little tiny circles. If we go to this one section where there's a bunch of circles, the word for reproduce and the suffix from is right over here. Good. And zooming out a little bit, we have the word in the bottom left corner for Scandinavian. Now, if you forgot how oceans work, like I do often, this is Ireland, and up here is Scandinavia. And zooming out a little bit, we have the Western Sahara over in this area. We have Ireland, Iceland, Scandinavia, all places where our friend might live, possibly indicating larger scale, different areas on the cartography map. And just to note some cool micro-macro situations happening here, we have these 2 words for attar water or wound water, which is interesting because the slime from hagfish can be used to treat wounds, and the slime comes to be by the hagfish getting wounded. In the center we have chabrach, chojag, which translates to elongated poles or rafters. We have tadiak Aden, meaning stringy armor. You can't really get more specific than this, but this says probe hole water. And this translates to long neck royal household. This word in the center of the spiral is such a specific word. It's edrave, or in this case, edraven, which translates to interval between showers, or pausing between showers. Anyway, that's all I have for you.